right, big boss, where you make me feel so at ease. Independent, but I follow your lead. Ain't no games we play for keeps. You got the ring, so tell me, Papa, what do you need? In the morning when you get dressed, Zeus in the evening if you're feeling stressed. Tough by your decisions, I trust, cause you only want the best for us, baby. I'll be on the weekend when we hanging out. A lover on call, boy, I make a vow that you're my number one priority. Just keep giving me all your love. Don't stop giving me all your love. I'm sitting in the palm of your hand. Your wish is my command. Just keep giving me all your love. Yes, it took a real man to bring it out of me. Gave me good love, baby, and now I see what a big dog needs. I think it's funny I wanna be submissive now. What a big dog needs. Funny how I wanna be submissive.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fix this right there. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in this place we call Earth. I am Poppin' P1. Welcome back. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are finally here. It is finally time to handle chapter 31, the main story of PGR. We're doing Lucia's chapter. Super excited to see what's gonna happen here today. We got a big stream today. It's gonna be a big. We're finally doing the main story. We already got a bot. That's quick work of them already. Want to get that out of the way. Super excited to see what's gonna happen today with this chapter. I know it's probably gonna be a slow burn, but I know it's gonna be good when the time comes. So super excited to be back on the main story. It has been a fat minute since we've been on the main story. I'm super excited to get back into it. Hey, yo, pop in. How you, my friend? Yes, sir. Happy Thursday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Yo, I'm super excited to be here. Super excited to be on chapter 31 finally. It's been a minute. It's been quite a minute since we've done the main story, but we're finally here. We're on chapter 31. Super excited. I cannot wait. But like I said, it's gonna be a slow burn, but I know it's gonna be worth it in the end. And y'all hyping this up, so it's gonna be whether it lives up to the hype or not has yet to be seen. But super excited to be here. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that we're finally here. It's been a long time coming. And it should be a very good stream tonight. Super excited. We are finally here. Cannot wait. But anyhow, I hope everyone's doing well. The short film is in the works now. I didn't have time to do it yesterday just because, we streamed, but I'll be able to work on it tomorrow night since I don't got anything really going on. After some things, but after that I gotta get that short film out. I know I gotta get a couple other things rolling, but other than that, doing pretty good. Dropping in before you start to wish you the best, man. Hope to catch up so I can join you later. Yes, sir. Can of Free Dot. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're doing a good one. I appreciate you stopping by. I know that you're I know I'm officially ahead of you, but I know that you're right there. I know you're right there. So hey, when you get caught up and when we done with this chapter, we can talk bread about it. Cause I know we got our noggins to be thinking about what the fuck's gonna be happening with all the theories that we've come up with, all the theories that we've talked about, and super excited to see what's gonna happen with that when this chapter is done. But I wish you the best on this chapter. Good luck on when you do get this chapter, and good luck when you start it. I wish you the best, and don't leave PGR whenever you're done with this chapter, because apparently everyone's saying this is a depression arc, but hey, we're gonna see. So 10 out of 10. Have a good one. Yes, sir. Carefree Dot. We'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste any more time here. I want to get straight on into this chapter. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen here. I want to get the music ready to roll as well. So I'm going to pause the music. And we're going to turn on the game volume. And see what the music sounds like. All right. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, okay. It's this one. Okay. Commandant's First. That's interesting that it says Commandant's First. And then Shapel's Ripples, Lost in the Misty Court of Time. Okay. I like the vibe. I like the city. I don't know if that's Babylonia or not, but we are going to see. But like I said, I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get straight on into this. So, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived for us to hit episode 1 of chapter 31, Echoes of Nightmare. And we got a butterfly too. Ooh. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Echoes of Nightmare, to them, the worst outcome of this battle would be no more than a hero's burial. Some would not walk alongside them in a world reborn from the ashes. It would be a victory paid for sacrifice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially starting chapter 31. Here we go. The hero finds a raw, primal joy in their own destruction. They could yield to the decadent comfort that pity brings, but they could continue to dwell on the exact price of the ecstasy, trapped in their pain. In Sorceret's time of ruin, a stark tragedy stands as the only beacon of hope. Terry Eagleton, Radical Sacrifice. Okay. Don't know that script or anything of that, so it's gonna be interesting. No one really knows when it begins, but you, as the Gravehaven Commandant, keep having strange dreams. In the dream, your vision drifts free from your body, floating over the world like a ghost. Sometimes it slips back into the body it's bound to, letting you personally relive the distant past of chaos. Oh ho ho! Okay, we're gonna be seeing our daughter in this chapter from what it looks like. Okay. Very interesting that they're saying quote unquote her, but right there it says chaos. Okay. This is already shaping up to be pretty well interesting. Occasionally, the dream faithfully replays a companion's memories, reliving the life she once described. I'm assuming that's Lucia? Or it might show a tranquil, stable world that feels both comfortable and strangely alien. But more often, you find yourself relentlessly chased by the eerie shadows, your body slowly dissolving, forcing you to turn away from the light and plunge into the darkness. You ascend this strange staircase, pushing onward until you reach the very top. Again and again, you glimpse the genuine end. Oh, wow! Who was that? Was that Chaos? Was that our daughter? Again and again, you make almost the same choice. Again and again, you head straight for the same sacrifice. Gravehaven Commandant, who are you exactly? Can you see beyond the ordinary world like me? Is that all that's left here, just a projection like me? Wow, okay. Come, step up to the mirror, lift your head, and tell me. Glad to be awake for this one, at least for the start. Daddy! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one. I know it's late for you right now, but glad to see you're here for the start. I'm super glad to be on this chapter. We're finally here. I'm super excited. We're already going off crazy well here. Seeing our daughter here right off the rip is fucking insane. You're just in time, like I said, you're not late. We just saw Carefree Dot. He was wishing me luck on this chapter. I wished him luck as well and told him that we're going to chop it up whatever he's done when he gets caught up with the chapter. And I know I'm officially ahead of him right now, but I know he's going to catch up to me soon. But super great to be here. I'm locked in. My voice is ready to go. It's warmed up. I'm ready to voice act and give it my best for this chapter. And for the short film for this chapter will be nothing more than spectacular when I am getting to it. Alright, here we go. Of course. It's me. Who else would it be? Nice. Shaper's Ripples. What, why, and how? Okay. I am reading the wedding story currently. All good here. Hope you're fine too. Yes, I'm doing pretty well. Super glad to be here. I'm grateful that we're finally in this position to be able to stream this chapter. It's been a long time coming, and I need to get done with the wedding story after with this. So, very excited to see what's gonna happen here. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry for leaving again. I had to step out of the car real quick, but now I'm good. Hey, all good, all good. You didn't miss much. We just started this chapter and we're ready to roll. All right, here we go. This one is not long. Okay. Well, I streamed yesterday and someone told me that this was going to be really long. So I don't know if it's going to be long or not. We're going to see, but hopefully it's not that long, but either way, I need to be able to at least get done with this chapter in a relatively timely manner so that way I can get the wedding coding story done and then the DMC coding done, because we only got 13 days until the DMC story goes away, and I would like to get it done before then. All right, here we go. Your vision is murky and the buzzing in your ears just won't fade. You awaken from a long nightmare from an unfamiliar street in front of you. 31, 32, and 33 together are like the one long chapter. Okay, good to know. Fun fact, the wedding story takes place before chapter 31. Really? Okay, cool. Good to know. It seems there's something you should remember, something scattered in a far edge of this darkness, still slipping away from your grasp. I believe it's 30 episodes long total for 31, but it could be no, it's 30 nodes, so 30 episodes basically. For this chapter, so it's not terribly long. But I know it's going to take me at least maybe about 2 or 3 streams, but I could be wrong, but we're going to see. So here we go. Where is this? What date is it today? You can hear your ears ringing as you glance around, realizing once again that you've ended up somewhere totally unknown. Why am I here? Comment. Whoa! God damn, she looked good. Holy fuck! And the belly, the goddamn abs showing, bro. God, I'm a sucker for them, bro. I'm a sucker for them. And it's our girl Lucia, and she looks so good, ladies and gentlemen. God damn! Oh man, the fact that we're already seeing her in her new frame is fucking crazy work right off the bit. All right, here we go. Commandant, before the nightmare's icy grip reaches your spine, warm hands settle gently over your face. Lucia, that same familiar face, that same familiar voice. Unlike those solitary nightmares, her touch in your palm feels so real, so warm, just like she is. Are you alright? Her question draws your attention to the ground, where you notice tiny drops of blood coming from your nose. Now, I have noticed that we have had droplets of blood coming down our nose a couple times now, but it's interesting. Unknown! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're enjoying your day so far. Happy Thursday. Glad to see you here. We are finally on chapter 31. Literally, the first level of this chapter is a big oh shit moment. This chapter is really, really long. I was gonna say, I know this is what Danny's saying. This chapter is not long, but the overall picture, so 31, 32, and 33 are all long. Is one long chapter. So it'll be interesting what's gonna happen here. Is very nice on how this is going. Lucia Power is such a beautiful and fine frame, my lord. She is very good looking. So, Bish Pont, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. I hope you are having a good one as well. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Welcome to the stream. We are finally on chapter 31. We just started, so don't y'all worry. Like, if y'all are just in time for the stream, so we are here. It's not long. Trust me, you know me. It's not even close to being long. I was gonna say I trust you, Danny, because I know you were here. You were here whenever I was. You were here in the morning streams when I used to stream in the morning. So I take your word. I would trust your word, knowing that it's not long. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a very. You might be able to get it done in 2 streams if that's the case. If it's not long, I do know you enough, and you know me enough to know like, hey, if it's not long, then hey, it's not long. So I got you. I got you. I see you, so don't you worry. Oh yeah, if you also do the pyro affection, it'll make this journey hit a lot more harder. With Lucio's determination for love for you, that's even a flashback. There's even a flashback of it later too now. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, good to know. So we gotta do this. We gotta do the story, or the wedding, and then the affection when that time comes. We got a lot to do. It's so little time, but a lot to do. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on with this chapter of Lucia and me. What the? I'm fine. It's just a bit of a headache. Lucia fumbles through the medical kit with worries, pulling out a piece of gauze. After staging the nosebleed, she carefully inspects the situation again. How did we get here? Lucia hears that question and momentarily freezes, obviously caught off guard. Commandant? My memory is kind of hazy. I feel like I should know the reason, but I can't be certain. She wears a conflicted look, unsure how to start. Beneath it all lies a worry that words cannot fully capture. Is this still about the side effects? Side effects? When we use the key to rewrite time, it affects both of us, though it's more severe for you. At first, it's just dizziness, but then you lose a small chunk of memory, or can't figure out if it happened before or after the rewind. Wow, okay, we are learning some crazy lore right off the bat. So apparently, I guess we used the key. Don't know which key we used, because I do know that we have a key from Nanami, but we also have a potential key from, well, technically they're both keys from Nanami. We've got the key that was originally sent from us through Bianca's little lantern, and then we have a potential key that is from the Church of Machina, which is also from Nanami. So it's going to be interesting on how it's going to go. Okay. So, what are your side effects? My mind shift and overload issues. They aren't a big deal as long as the mind connection stays intact. So don't worry only about me. Okay, who else do I gotta worry about then? Also, I really like the little keychain on her belly. Super fucking hot. Could you help me piece together my memories? Why are we here right now? We ended up fighting Agent Vonnegut inside the Inver Hetero Tower. Oh, tap the underlined text for details. Ooh! Okay, so we ended up fighting Vonnegut. That's interesting. That I knew he was gonna play a part, seeing as Chaos was there, our daughter. So I figured he was gonna show up. Not surprised that we ended up fighting. At the Inver Hetero Tower on top of that, not surprised on top of that either, because I know he was looking at that as well. So I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen here. Oh, okay. Fort 1, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome to the stream. I believe this is my first time ever seeing you here. But welcome. We are on chapter 31. Finally, after a long time coming, we are here. And I'm very glad to have you here. Very glad to have everyone else here. You're just in time. We just started this chapter, and it's already very interesting. All right, I got to lock in on Vonnegut's voice. I got to lock in on my voice acting here. It's time to bring this drawn-out fuse to a close. Vonnegut's voice flashes through your mind. Drawn out. I think I know how I want to do his voice more too. Okay. One by one, those memories triggered by the short statement flood your mind, each waving bringing a sharp jolt of pain. Commandant, I'm okay. I'm okay. Please continue. On the way, Cradle joins the fray. I have no idea what Vonnegut did, but he ended up shoving all of us, Cradle included, right out of the Inverhedo Tower. Cradle, okay. You still remember what Lucia said, though the recollection feels like an all too vivid dream, blurring the line between what's truly real and what isn't. Do you recall anything else? Like what? What happened before we went into, like, my frame? So we did a deep dive? Yeah. I don't, but yeah, we do. We gotta play the point, though. You followed the thread in your memories and recall March 30th with ease, but doesn't that date have to do something really doesn't it have to do with something important, that date? Or am I thinking of Ishmael saying like December 20th or something? By then it was already about a year since Lamia carried the egg away from the depths of the sea. Okay, so we knew that that was a year ago. Tap the underlying text for details. We finished refining the Omega weapon, and Lucia's frame is now fully adapted. She's set to switch into her new frame before April Fool's Day. Now that's when we went missing. Ooh, okay. A weapon develop. Oh wait, so I didn't click the Oh, well, I'm gonna have to go back then. A weapon based on the Omega file incapable of purifying the punishing virus. Now this, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what we were able to find in Atlantis. The Omega weapon was from Atlantis that me and Vera ended up going to get. Made with the great expense and wears out quickly when used alone. When equipped on a frame, it will become a huge burden for its mind, so the user must have the adaptability of a specialized frame. Okay. I need to go back and review this. Okay, so I fucked up and didn't click it right. Okay. The mysterious tower in the main story, Spiral of Kronos, that was initially on the Hyperworld frame, was allowed to enter. Lee had gone through the long exploitation and sacrifice of the tower before finally changing the red core and brought the disaster, giving it the power to purify the punishing virus like an Inver device. Yes, name the Inverhedo Tower. Whether it is a Hedo tower or not, the time inside and outside is no different. No matter how long you have spent in it, when you are back in reality, the time of the real world is determined by the deviation of the exit. If the deviation is low, then for the outside world, you have only gone for a short time. The key can change your arrival time in real world to some extent. Okay. Interesting. Did I miss any other blue frames? I did. Yes, I did. Egg. Special Hedo creature spawned by the Vonnegut's plan. The egg Lamia took away that holds Cinderella's memory. Also, the fish can only take Cinderella's memory. Okay, we knew that. Okay. In light of that, the Science Council calls everyone together for a quick briefing in the meeting room. As you all just saw, the Omega weapon now has an even greater effective range and improved efficiency. I also know how I want to do Vonnegut's voice. I'm not going to do that. I know how I want to do Vonnegut's voice. It's going to be more, you're going to hear it's more powerful, more calm, more, same thing, but you'll hear it whenever we do see him again. But I know how I want to do his voice. Okay, here we go. But it only works in frames. We're not yet at the point where the Omega weapon can establish its own purified zone, and we have a lot of technical challenges to overcome first. You all have done a great job. Starting next week, we'll give everyone some time off. Yeah. He keeps his eyes on the monitor in front of him, never once looking up. Lucia's new frame is fully adapted now, so she can swap into it starting tomorrow. There are a lot of unknown variables. Before we attempt entry into the Inverhedo Tower, I'd like to conduct at least 3 months of standard mission test. As we saw before, deploying a frame in an emergency without proper trials is not only risky, it violates protocol. Pulled into the memories by that statement, no one around the table says a word. As a result, Asimov carries on with his explanation. Unlike the Heteromere shard from the Hyperworld frame era, this egg is basically powerless aside from some lingering memory data. However, we discovered it's highly compatible with the hetero creature technology. Using the data from Project Winter, the Hyperverse frame records, the Phantom Tracer, and our enhanced Omega weapon, we combined everything to use that egg as the carrier for creating Omega Core. Okay. So all the data that we've read and learned goes to creating this core. Beyond granting immunity to the punishing virus, the Omega Core lets the body harness punishing as an energy source, like an Ascendant, so it no longer needs stasis pod recharges and it can operate continuously. So basically we've created our own Ascendant. So, what's our plan once we're in Babylonia? What's our plan once we're in Babylonia? Where are we at now? As much as it hurts to go through this kind of stuff, we must be like Commandant, always moving forward no matter how dreadful it gets. I swear to God, you gotta live by that. No matter how fucked life gets, you have to continue moving forward. When there's no punishing virus around, the Omega Core automatically switches to its backup mode. At that point, just head to the hibernation chamber for a regular recharge. Alright, go on. By building in technology from Phantom Tracer, the Omega Core lets its user tap into some of the data carried by the punishing virus, much like we saw before with Liv's Dawn frame. Liv. It's also easier to control. Whenever you don't need that data, you can switch the feature off at will. In addition to the Omega Core and upgraded combat features, this frame can turn completely invisible, making it ideal for stealth missions. Okay, that's interesting. It packs numerous features, most of them cutting-edge tech used for the first time, so I'm asking for at least 3 months of testing to ensure it remains stable. Thank you very much, Asimov. From behind the screen, he raises his exhausted eyes, only to lower them again. We currently know next to nothing about the Inverhedo Tower or its internal design. Based on our findings, it's expected it has a strong connection to the punishing virus at its source. We must fully be prepared before stepping inside. Once Lucia completes her transfer to the Pyroth frame, we will bring Plume back in for another round of repairs and upgrades. If anything seems risky, we can switch back to her old frame anytime. On March 31st, after Lucia successfully transitioned to Pyroth, Prioth. I'm a goofy. Prioth. The Science Council starts an extensive testing phase, steadily fixing any issues that surface. So I'm gonna assume that while we were doing the floating records, she was in that 3-month period of getting trained. Or getting tested, in a sense. Like Asimov says, throwing an untested frame straight into combat is loaded with hidden dangers. That's how I like to look at it, at least. In the first 3 months, to put the frame through its paces, all of her missions involve simple exploration and rescue tasks. Thanks to that, these 3 months become a rare and laid-back time spent... Those 3 months become a rare and laid-back time spent with Lucia. Never mind, I'm wrong. During this period, you also went on support missions to hot springs, tree planting, and wine brewing, and visited a variety of scenic spots you usually never have the chance to visit. Okay. Will your stream videos be fully uploaded as well, or will be cut in the shorts? They'll be the VODs, I guess you can call them that, will be on this channel right here. So after I'm done live streaming, they stay on this channel for other people to look at, and then I do cut them into shorts on things that I cut them into shorts that I enjoy, and put them on there on shorts. So if I find, like, let's say, like when I first saw Lucia and telling her how good she looks, like that's going into a short. So it's just what I turn into shorts is basically what I find and what I like. But the VODs will stay in. The VODs will be VODs. So yeah, with the videos before, and the video, my stream videos will fully be uploaded into VODs. So I don't really like, if I'm doing long form videos, I turn them into short films, basically. I turn them into short films, basically recapping the story how I would like to envision it and how I do it. That's how all my shorts have been, except for like the last one. The last one is more of getting things set up for my for the channel to see what's for it to be immersed what's gonna happen with the channel. So that last short film is basically a founding stepping stone for what the channel is gonna entail and all that fun stuff. But that's basically what it is. So here we go. Do you remember what happened afterward? From that point on, the world steadily marches deeper into the abyss. Seems like we overlook a crucial problem and don't prevent it in time. Then everything unfolds so abruptly. Okay, so we overlook a crucial problem and don't prevent it in time. Okay. Hence why we had to use the key, and I'm just like, something like that? Just like the Puwala Forest Park, at first we're only assigned to a straightforward, safe operation. Let's call it a night. Everyone's exhausted. Today, you and Lucy are on a routine escort mission to set up a mission set up as a test, just like you always do. Your goal is to help evacuate the residents from a conservation area closest to the hetero zone. Right now, you are still 50 kilometers away. By the time you finish helping them pack up, it's already late. The caretaker brings out the piping hot tomato soup and savory, crispy pastries and shows you over to a cot in the corner. It's dangerous to go out at night, especially since we've got a bunch of kids here. He gestures towards the little girl in the corner of the tent who's dashing over with a bright enthusiasm. Miss, there's also... She doesn't even finish before tripping right into your arms, almost sending the hot soup on the table flying. Wah! Are you alright? No worries. Soup, it's still okay, right? It's saying it's all good. Lucia gently pats the little girl's head to reassure her. The girl turns to make sure the soup bowl is intact and holds out the rose she's hiding behind her back. This is for you. Thanks for helping out. She hands over the flower, then quickly scampers off, nearly tripping again as she reaches the doorway. Take it easy, Anna. Ayana? Ayana. You kids are always so reckless. Commandant, heading out after dark really ups the danger. Besides, our mission is slated for tomorrow. Alright. Let's head out again first thing tomorrow. I'm good. I'll let the others know. Don't forget to drink your soup while it's hot. Thanks. No need to say that. We're the ones who owe you our thanks. The manager chuckles as he rubs his hands. His brooding smile deepens the lines on his face. Who would have thought Babyloni would actually send Grey Raven to see us safely through? Everyone's breathing a little easier now. At night, no one in the conservation area senses the coming. Oh, I can't even fucking skip that shit. What the fuck? Okay, the coming catastrophe. Nor do you, lost in your nightmare. All the buildings detectors seem tampered with. Not a single alarm goes off. Okay. In that moment, everything descends into tragedy. A red tide pours out of the hetero zone like a flood, racing across 50 kilometers of wasteland. Ooh, okay. Lucia picks up on the threat, but there's no way to save everyone in time. After flooding the conservation area, the red tide presses on, taking out the vehicles meant for evacuation. In just 1 hour, the raging current slams into the already battered buildings, bringing them down with a thunderous crash and leaving no survivors. Okay. Immune to the punishing virus, Lee and Kamu rush over to help Lucia look for anyone left alive amid the tides of debris, but they only find no one. Lucia doesn't locate the little Ayana. Lucia, okay, we're gonna let this play out and then I'll read it again because this thing is slow by the time I'm reading it. Lucia doesn't locate little Anya, the girl who brought her flowers until daybreak, tucked away in a sturdy crate. Spooked by the booming surge of the red tide, Anya curls up inside. By the time Lucia finds her, Anya's body is already in a state of decay. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. Wow. Had everything gone according to Asimov's plan, the test would have conducted in late October. But now, there's no point on dwelling what it might been. After that incident, the Henver Tower sometimes shifts back into that blood-red, chaotic state from when it first appeared. Meanwhile, the Hetero Zone keeps expanding rapidly as the red tide spreads. The Council puts forward two options: send Lucia out early, or step in themselves and collaborate with the Ascendants to buy more time. I'm sure we follow... Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure Lucia ends up going first. Let's go now. We've already lost the clean zone and we can't let what happened in Puwala Forest Park repeat itself. But just when Lucy ignores her incomplete entry test and prepares to go deeper, the Hetero Tower abruptly returns to its calm state. After weighing the situation, you decide Lucia should hold off on diving deeper and stay in the tower's upper levels for more testing. To contain the red tide, you reach out to Luna for the very first time, hoping she'll step in to stop it or help investigate the Hetero Tower. She's probably not going to. I can see this either saying yes, and I can very much see her saying no because of another plan. Oh, okay, so she does come to help. But she soon discovers that she's been sealed out of the tower entirely. The entry rules have been changed. Agent Zero's whereabouts remain unknown. Could she be connected to the Inver Tower's anomalies? So Agent Zero is our daughter, I think. As Lithos mentioned, Vonnegut is missing too. I suspect he snuck in while you weren't watching. Luna coils the lock of her hair around her fingertip and makes a proposal. I'll help you. You helped her in her chapter 30 together with Lamia and Roland. Actually, she came looking for you. Agent Zero, Agent Zero, Agent Zero. You helped her in chapter 30 together with Lamia and Roland. Oh, okay, you're talking about Luna. I'm like, wait a minute. When did we help Agent Zero? Okay, now, yeah. You're right. Okay, here we go. Yes, I do remember us helping Luna because we worked with her, and then when she got out of the Inver Tower, she said that she would only work with us to Babylonia. And then when we contacted her, she was very eager to help us, but now she can't get in, which is very interesting. Okay, here we go. I'll help you keep the red tide in check and buy humans some time to retreat. In return, once my sister is ready to enter the Hetero Tower, I want you to share whatever intel she uncovers with me. Okay. You've been in the tower once already. Why would you still need intel on the tower? Back then, it was its core was toxic to me. Just approaching it gradually robbed me of my agent's abilities, so I never got the chance to dig deeper. And now the tower is changing. It's not the same as before, and I really want to know who can bypass a core like that to seize control of the Hetero Tower. And that's how things stand. Right. Since Luna and her team of Ascendants have managed to buy us some time, we need to kick off the new intake plan right away. The clean zone was shattered when A1 air terminal and its contamination metric went down, leaving Babylonia as its only secure spot. Babylonia can't hold on to too many people. We took in quite a few during the last Puwala Forest Park operation. Based on your previous records, I put together a screening process. He takes a moment, making sure no one has any objections. The criteria is pretty straightforward. Candidates must be under 36 and have at least one strong skill or exhibit column pomalia adaptability. Should we consider using the Lognis arsenal again to disperse the red tide? At the rate of the Inverhead Tower zone is spreading, it'd be pointless to try. Agent Luna also recommended against that when we work together. She believes that once the punishing virus is airborne, it's even more unpredictable and uncontrollable. Oh, we got Ishmael here too, okay. Based on Gasot's estimates, how long until the Hetero Towers spread across the globe? Initially, we only had about a year. The region on the Articulate Union might hold out longer, maybe an extra 2 years. Luna's agreed to help push back the red tide, and our engineering squads can build defenses so slow it's advanced. That has bought us quite a bit of time. But in the end, we only still have 5 years. Whispers ripple through the dimly lit council chamber. This isn't a proclamation of defeat. We already know how to get into the Inverhead Tower. Hazen's commanding tone quells the rising anxiety in the room. Grey Raven has never failed us before, and they won't start now. Didn't the Mist have saving a few people last time? In a council chamber that grows quieter by the moment, a sarcastic comment meant to be whispered echoes louder than ever. We'll carry out this plan right now. As long as we keep this mutation under control, we won't be leaving anyone behind. Hell yeah, that's Hazen. Harboring the reliable and young, yet leaving behind the old and unreliable, a logically correct tactic, yet morally wrong one. Yes. Yes, yes. Very true. A long time later, the Grey Raven Commandant once again faces the hetero creature, Chico, still shaken by today's events, and by all that it follows. So, okay, so she lives? I thought we killed her, but I guess not. 5 years, and the most people stand firm in their belief that's enough time to buy from humanity to seize a lifetime from the ever-expanding Hetero Tower. To them, the worst outcome of this battle would be no more than a hero's burial. Some would not walk alongside them into a world reborn from the ashes. It would be a victory paid for with sacrifice. This is a flashback? Oh, okay. But if we ask the heroes who are still safe right now, if sacrificing really is the only way to stop all this, how would those heroes answer? Most of the things you are watching are recollections. Okay, I kind of figured the talking with Hans and everyone in the council was a recollection, just because of based on the color of what was happening. Commandant is piecing together his memories. Okay, here we go. Oh, I gotta lock it on this. Okay, hold on. But he asked the heroes who are still safe right now, is sacrificing really the only way to stop all this? How would those heroes answer? I will sacrifice. I hope the world I cherish and the people I love can live on to see the peaceful future. But in these times, disaster demands sacrifices that surpass mere losses of life. They rarely grant the comfort and peaceful end. Damn, that was only episode 1 and we still got 29 more episodes to go. Okay. I'm going to do this episode, and then I'm going to go take a piss, and then we're going to continue on. Here we go. Episode 2, Caged Bird in the Court of Time. October 3rd, the rain passes over the sky. Okay. The Pyroth frame completes every test procedure, and with everything set, it's time to head out. Amid the bustling crowd, you check Dominic's invitation letter. In hands again, now activated by the key Cervantes provided. Ooh, what was the key? You're right, we did have the key. I thought he didn't give us it, but he did end up giving us it. It was, I remember. I don't remember what the actual key itself was, but I do remember him giving us it. God damn it. The key. Founder of the CTO of the Science Council, the most, he is a hero of legend with his whereabouts remaining a mystery. Grave Raven Covenant once received his legacy. After opening with the device, the Nami made the comment solve video Dominic in the video Dominic by the comment like his legacy of permanent upload memory data. Later, the invitation was activated again by the Church of Makata, making it impossible for these originally invited to enter the Hetero Tower. Yes. I forgot what the actual wording that what it was that allowed us to enter it. I can't remember what it was. This is where now meets every requirement for using the key. Keep in mind, once the invitation is activated by the key, you can no longer grant the invitee the power to become Dominic. With an activated invitation, you will be able to enter and utilize the Info Hetero Tower. If necessary, it can also be used to destroy and retrieve the tower's core. Please note that destroying the tower's core will have severe consequences. This should only be used as a last resort. A last resort. Did Dominic, the one who left the letter, already sensed the Hetero Tower's own word and keep spreading? Hello, Grave Haven Commandant. A soft-spoken woman's voice interrupts the silence. She's dressed plainly, holding onto a bouquet of roses, and 4 others, dressed as simply, stand behind her. She lifts her head with a faint smile. She's the same person Lucio saved in the shelter that day. Thanks for coming to send us off, too. Yeah, we really wanted to see our savior one more time. She gently holds out the roses she's been carrying. Please accept this bouquet. Thanks. I'm not totally sure what the Info Tower is all about, but I know everyone says this mission is critical. If it works out, we'll all be saved. She grips the edge of her shirt, trying to find the right words. I've overheard some other stuff, but really none of it was your fault that day. If Grey Raven hadn't been there, none of us would have made it this far. Is this the girl that we were at the forest with? And Lucille, it was Lucille's group. Is this them? My dad always said if the mountains stand, you'll never run out of firewood. As long as you're breathing, you can still do what you want. So you heroes need to take care of yourselves too. I will. Thank you. And please take good care of yourselves too. Take care of myself? Yeah. Seems like that's all I can do. What's wrong? It's nothing, really. I just remember what Uncle Sean said last night. She smiles, scrunching her brow, her eyes brimming with deep sadness. I wish I could tag along, even if it gets dangerous. Even if it would cost my life, I'd still go. This is Anna, the little girl from the group of people you and Lucia rescued that day. I'm gonna be real, I don't remember. But you know what? That's alright. If the mountains stand, you'll never run out of firewood, right? That saying meant for the heroes. We're not the mountains. Uncle Sean only says the heroes are the real deal. It'd be great if we could be the firewood instead. Nobody wants to just sit around useless and end up running away. Our conservation area has already been wiped out, so now we'll only have to bunk in with a bunch of other people. It feels like we'll be able to do less and less. Don't worry. Once we fix this mess, we'll rebuild that conservation area. It was just this episode? Oh, wait! Yeah, I thought, okay, hold on. I thought he said Anna. Like, I thought, when I read that, I skimmed it. When I was reading it, I thought it said A and A. My fault, it's Ayana. Okay, my fault, I'm tripping out here. Okay, this is Ayana, okay. Crazy how she's grown up this big then. Okay. The girl who tripped the soup. Okay, yeah. Okay. See, I'm very bad with names. I gotta put pictures of the thing, but even then, I'm still really bad with it. That's crazy. Okay. This chapter is a mindfuck of time. I was gonna say, like, we go from little girl to her being all grown up, like, what the fuck? It goes back and forth all the time, so yeah, god damn it. Is this gonna be like a fucking Tokyo Ghoul Season 2 type beat? That shit was raunchy as fuck. Oh, if it's gonna be like that, that's gonna be fucking crazy. This chapter is literal overload time? Okay, good to know. I'm gonna have to work my brain really hard then. for this to work. All right, here we go. We're all counting on you, and we'll be right here until you come back victorious. Nah, more like time manipulation than that. Tokyo School Season 2, never watched it. TG, I wouldn't know. Hey, it's all good. Tokyo Ghoul Season 2 was fucking raunchy as shit. But it's more like a time manipulation than that. Okay, good to know. Alright, here we go. You nod at the young girl, give a quick wave under the serious gaze, and walk towards Lucia. Set your standards to like Steins Gate. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen Steins Gate, so I can't put my standards there because I don't know. Let's go. Oh man! And we see Liv. We see our girl. We got two of our girls here. Hang on, Commandant. Lucia, I still got a few things I haven't packed yet. Liv stares at the tower powers of crates, looking overwhelmed. God! Fuck! God! It looks so good, bro. There's no way we can haul all of this, Liv. I can't decide what to slip into my tactical pack. Should I toss in another tube of healing gel, grab 2 extra bottles of serum, or maybe throw in a box of spare rations? Oh, Liv. Never change! Never change, Liv. God, dude, the OG squad. Fuck! Let's, okay, let's give Lucia some healing gel. We should pack something that'll be useful to Commandant. Commandant, I'm ready. Our supplies are pretty limited, so if it gets too dangerous, please don't push yourself. Come back soon if you have to. Got it. We didn't spend so much time in the Hetero Tower last time, so I'm sure we'll be back in no time. Okay, now this is interesting because I do remember at first we couldn't go into the Hetero Tower. Like, we ourselves couldn't go in there. The only time we were able to quote-unquote get in there was whenever we were in a deep mind connection with Luna. But even then, we were only in there in the mind. But now we're able to go in there we're able to go in there ourselves. So that's interesting to see that we ourselves are able to. Yeah, but now we got the key. You're right. We do have the key. Okay, so the key lets us get in there. Now, you're right. You're right. That's interesting. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. So we're able to get in there now because of the key. So good to know. Okay. And since we're going in there for God knows how long, we have no clue what the time lapse is going to be when we come back. We could be back 5 years from now. We could be back 20 years from now. We don't know how long it's going to be. But it's going to be interesting. All right, here we go. He stays silent, his face though serious as he keeps his gaze on the Hetero Tower in the distance. Don't stress yourself over this, Lee. I wish I didn't have to either. But whenever someone from the Grey Raven switches frames, they always end up in some tough situation. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And knowing that it's Lucia, our girl this time, I can only imagine what situation we're going to be into this time. This time, we prepared thoroughly, and Lucia's passed every test. She should be fine. Keep that optimistic talk when you're back. Fine. Lucia, you too. Come back as soon as you can, and if things get rough, don't do anything rash. God, dude, I just can't get over this scene. This scene is so good, man. It just captivates me. It draws me in. Not to mention that the last time the punishing virus was at its most rampant, with the squads turning against each other from such... Yeah, I remember. Yep, I do remember that. I heard Miss Isla and the World Government Association of Art have come up with a bunch of new coding designs. When you get back, let's go see them together. Oh, God, this is foreshadowing some crazy shit. Kind of like that summer, right? Exactly. So don't keep us waiting too long. I will. Lucia lifts her hand once more, inviting you to join her. Let's go. What about you, Lee? Got nothing to add? Lucia is our captain. I'm certain she'll protect you. Apart from that, there's really no use worrying. I can't enter the Enverhedo Tower anyway. Just come back soon. Right. You take Lucia's outstretched hand and, with all eyes on you, make your way towards the Enverhedo Tower in the distance. A twisted rift, sharp like scissors, waits quietly for both of you. Is the Hetero Zone still spreading? Yeah, there's been quite a disturbance on the western edge of the Clean Zone. People are already dealing with it. Humanity is running out of time. We may not have long, but it's still enough. Let's move. The closest companions appears anxious, while those standing a bit further away look on with envy. Despite knowing the risk, they can't shake that sense of envy. Let's go. Hand in hand, you step through the dark portal. Lucia finally exhales a sigh of relief after hearing all the memories retold. Okay, so now this is us being in the Envo Tower, and we're kind of in present moment now. It looks like the only memories that remain hazy are those from the Enverhedo Tower. Never mind. Never mind. I'm guessing it's because you didn't have the key on you back then, or maybe it's the abilities are limited. We also ran into Vonnegut's assault, so we had to pull out the tower. We had to pull out of the tower by force. The key? It's the activated Dominique's invitation. Since that name is way too long, you decided to call it the key once we were inside the Enverhedo Tower. No, you are correct. Oh, okay, so we are... Okay, so this is present moment then. Okay, cool. Oh, right, I remember. So, which thing happened afterward? Once we entered the Enverhedo Tower, we headed deeper to look into everything. Over time, we figured out that the tower can send messages to my past self, but this only works for me as a construct, and only if that past self is infected does it actually get the message. Now, I do know that that is something that I remember because Lee did that to his past self. He basically had let hints like saying, "Hey, do this instead of doing that," or think about doing this before you do that. So I do know that it does send messages, but the infected part is interesting. The infected part is very interesting because it's like, what does it mean by infected? The pyro frame can read the punishing virus, which sets it apart. Oh, yes, because the punishing virus is information. I remember all this, but the details are fuzzy. Lee was also infected. Like, infected by the punishing? Inside the Enverhedo Tower, the space is much larger than that Luna described. It feels like you're slowly exploring a maze-like city on foot, and it eats up a huge amount of time. One of them, I mean. Oh, okay. And then? From what we've uncovered, you figured the punishing virus actually has a fourth-dimensional property. The tower's time-warping abilities rely only on that feature. We're trying to use this power to change the past, like preventing the conservation area from missing its relocation that night, or stopping the disaster at Puwala Forest Park and everything that followed would live. I mean, if we could stop that, that'll be nice. Or even further, like something like that happening during the Conlong Metropolis battle. Which one? Battle 1 or Battle 2? But most of those ideas don't pan out. Some barely help at all, and others make things worse. The people we try to save get ambushed en route, and the backup we call always arrives too late. Well, I believe it's something like you can change certain things, but it was Luna. Luna said it. It was Luna's chapter, very, very beginning. It was, no matter how many times she tried to change everything, it always ended up the same no matter what. It's only certain things that you can change that make it happen in the future, like her getting the flowers. When she wanted those flowers, it ended up coming to fruition when she came back to the house. So there are things that you can change, but it's got to be like a certain certain thing and it's got to meet certain criterias. Other than that, you can't change anything else. It has to happen one way or another. Whether you try to change it or not, it ends up happening in one way or another. So that is nice that we do see that. Suddenly, you said with confidence that the tower was acting strange. Then you used the key to intercept every message sent to the past, erasing all the changes we have made. It's like a game of dominoes. You can only change. Dominoes. You can only change or remove certain pieces in order to not affect something to a massive degree. Yeah, exactly. I remember sending a frame to the Lotus frame, but I can't recall whether Alpha got it or you did. I'm not even gonna answer that, but I remember sending a message to the Lotus frame. So the Lotus frame is a very, very first frame, but I can't recall whether Alpha got it or you did. So if we're gonna go way, way back into the beginning of the fucking story, then it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder whenever we do the very beginning. You can do like if you beat Alpha in one way, you get like that secret cutscene. I wonder if it has something to do with that. Almost like how she's able to predict some things in that very beginning cutscene. I wonder if it's something like that. But I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna say that. But curiosity kills the cat. I remember sending a message to the Lotus frame, but I can't recall whether Alpha got it or you did. It looks like we all get them in the end. Well, I would assume they would get them because both Lucia and Alpha. Well, Lucia has Alpha's memories basically. Still, those memories are hazy, almost dreamlike. They haven't changed anything, and just to be sure, they got corrected too. We keep digging into it for a long while until we notice the red tide gathering at one spot through the cracks in the tower. Wait, the red tide? Hearing that triggers your most disturbing memories. Oh boy. All across the floor of the Inverhador Tower, tiny cracks are forming like someone brought the red tide in and then took it away to another point in time. It's too late. You recall that in the dream, the doll from your memories once whispers these exact words. So, remind me, how many times have we used the key? 74? We used the fucking key 74 times to try to switch some things and it ends up not working out. Lucia forces out the number, refusing to relive the tears and time lost with every rewind and death. She leaves your shared horrors unspoken, letting these side effects pile up until her memories blur into tangled messes. So many times. In this haze of fragmented memories, the two of you rely on the power of the key to send precise information back into the past. The tower teems with strange creatures and baffling illusions, and Vonnegut remains in it too. He's forever seeking to fuse you with chaos, leading to several clashes between you two and him. Commandant, she softly calls you, her smile tinged with bitterness. It's all right. Please continue. Okay. And as we pin down where the red tide converges, we uncover some traces of Vonnegut's movements. It looks like he's up to something at that convergence point. We still don't fully understand what he's trying to accomplish, so we grab a few samples to make sure to store our findings in the Phantom Tracer. Okay, so everything we're doing now, so it's kind of like what we're doing. I guess it's kind of like what Vonnegut's doing then, or I guess what Carefree Dot's theory is that he's every time he fucks up, he just fixes whatever he does. He does the same plan, but fixes it a little bit more. Kind of like what we're doing. We go back. Doesn't work. Okay, what did we learn from doing that, and what can we take from going back again? So we go back a second time, try to fix what we learned from the first time, and then not working. We basically go back and forth. 74th time, we've made so many changes, but it's still not working, and we still see people die and people we care about. So now we're on the 75th time, trying to figure out what we don't understand. Basically this. Since we've done everything we can for now, we should probably head back and brief the Science Council. The return trip won't be easy anyway. After that, I'm pretty sure that's when the accident occurred. Oh, right. Do you still have the key on you?
Yes. While I was accessing the data, it started shaking violently and fell into the red tide. I picked it up, so I've had it ever since.
Okay, so you can just walk into the red tide now. That's cool. Lucia produces the activated key and passes on to you. Just making sure. Something so important is safer in your hands.
You said the exact same thing when we first scooped it up from the red tide.
She slips down the downsized key customized by Cervantes into her camouflage tactical pocket. As she does, a small origami four-leaf clover pops into view. Yeah, Omega Frame? Okay. It's pretty much a game of exchange dominoes. By altering and removing certain pieces from each other's domino set, it creates a never-ending loop conflict. Okay. That's interesting. Wow, they're really going deep in the bag if they're having to pull this out. It's the same folded clover you and Lucia folded while running routine mission test. Is this the one from back then?
Yeah, we made it together, and since it's light, I've kept it with me ever since.
She carefully tucks away the clover origami and the key, then looks up, pausing to stare down the street in silence for a moment.
You remember what happened after that, don't you? As we approached the Inverhead Tower's exit, you suddenly went missing. We searched everywhere but couldn't find you. Only Vonnegut was left inside.
Okay, so that means something happened to us in the time loop. Hold on. You're saying I just vanished? You thought once you got through those setbacks on the way back, the only thing left would be your final battle against Vonnegut, but it turns out there's an even murkier scratch of memory you're forgetting. It feels like a soft breeze drifting by, only its touch remains, and you can't just hold on to the wind.
I really thought Vonnegut took you away again, but then he told me that you were in the process of dying.
In the process, huh?
Nothing about life, death, or even time is normal in the Inverhead Tower. I'm not sure what he means by that, but I'm convinced he's involved in why you vanished. I was in a fight with him when Cradle suddenly divided into chaos. She said that she had realized that if she didn't kill us, she wouldn't finish what she set out to do.
Cradle. All I can remember is how she abruptly turns on Vonnegut. But why is she in the Inverhead Tower? Well, I can assume why she turned on him is because, one, she has our memory, she has our mind, so, seeing as where, we fight for justice and fight for the right, it would make sense if she was to turn because she has our memories. So I'm not surprised by that. But why is she in the Inverhead Tower?
I suspect she lurks in the tower all along and hurts you more than once, though we never noticed. After all, most of our battles here have been with those hetero creatures inside. The only person who appeared from time to time is Vonnegut, but do these creatures really answer to him alone? Her abilities are way beyond than what we first thought. Neither I nor the agent can keep her under control for long.
You think Vonnegut is still holding back?
Could be, but he is on high alert around her during that skirmish. By the way, do you remember how the Phantom Tracer digs up Vonnegut mentioning the Agent Zero?
Cradle, not Chaos. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta piss really bad. I'm not gonna be able to hold this in, so I've gotta go out of the wazoo. And when I come back, we will continue on with this. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. I am back. Whew, I needed that. I was not gonna last that. I knew this chapter was gonna go on for a minute. I was not gonna last that long if that was the case. But I need to look up a picture of Cradle, because I'm getting the two mixed up. Cradle, punishing. Good on you, Raven. Okay, I know who this is now. I'm a goofy. Okay, the girl. Okay, so now let me go back and let me go back to do this then. So Cradle. I was in a fight with him when Cradle suddenly dived into the chaos. She said she had realized that if she didn't kill us, she wouldn't finish what she set out to do. Okay, so Cradle got into the tower then. Cradle was able to get into the tower. We knew that she was going to be able to somehow, because just basing it off of what happened in Luna's chapter, she knew she was going to get in. So Cradle got in. We're all fighting. She got into the mix. Said that she had realized that if she didn't kill us, she wouldn't finish what she set out to do. That's interesting because of how everything goes. She abruptly turns on Vonnegut because Vonnegut is on very high alert because Cradle can read minds. So Cradle reading minds is a big no-no for Vonnegut, so he keeps his guard up and is very quiet about what he talks about. So I can understand why he's on high alert when that happens. But I guess they were working together, maybe? I don't know. We'll see later when it unfolds. I suspect she lurks in the tower all along and hurts you more than once, though we never noticed. Well, yeah, because she does more of her damage when it comes to non-battle. When it comes to battle, she's meh, but when it comes to like non-battle, she's very deadly. So she's more of like almost like a virus in a sense. Like you don't notice it until you actually notice. But by then it's too late. So, but all our battles have been with the Hedo Crowds. The only person who appeared from time to time was Vonnegut, but those creatures really answered to Home Alone. I have a feeling they answered a Cradle on top of that. Her abilities. Yeah, you eat those words? Probably. Hey, you know what? It's alright. I'm probably gonna eat them words, but that's alright. I have a feeling she's gonna play a part in this all well. And judging by what y'all saying, I guess she does some fucked up shit. I don't know what, but she does some fucked up shit. Alright. Her abilities are way beyond what we first thought. Neither I nor that agent can keep her under control for long. Are they talking about Cradle here? If they're talking about Cradle here, then yeah, I would assume that she's kind of cuckoo for crazy when it comes to mind manipulation and all that type shit. Using okay, here we go. Agent Zero, the first agent born by enduring the containing metric with personality. In the current world, the containment metric has been locked up in the assault by Dominic for a long time before it was raised. Released in main story, Stars of Steel that led to a series of disasters, including Clash of Babylonian City. Yes. Okay, so we even got Agent Zero in here. Wow, we got all the major players here. So we got Agent Zero, the metric. He's in here now. Okay. I remember it. None of us really got what it meant back then, but after running into Cradle in the Infrahedo Tower, I couldn't help thinking, is it pointing to her? Agent Zero is the one who was with Celine. Also, it's a she. Oh yeah, because it merged. You're right, it merged. Agent Zero was with Celine. Yes. It was the boss fight that we had to do in Luna's battle. But I thought Luna killed her. Unless she's like short and just fucking lives. Cradle is Agent Zero? What reason can Vonnegut possibly have to do to hold a grudge against Agent Zero? I thought they were on the same side. Oh, no. Oh. Wait a minute. Not quite. Oh, damn, I missed the mark. Okay. Hold on, I gotta do my research here. Hold on. Agent Zero, punishing Gray Raven. Oh! Yeah. Okay, that fucking four-legged creature that was with Celine. So whenever you were doing the boss fight, and when you're doing phase 2 of boss fight. Whenever we were doing, when it was phase 2 of Luna's boss fight, you had to deal with Celine, but then you saw that four-legged fucking creature come out of nowhere to also help with Celine fight. Correct? Because I thought that was also Agent Zero, and Celine was something else entirely. Or Celine was Luna, but hatred. Don't search Agent Zero, you'll be spoiled. Oh, shit. Oops. I didn't look up anything else. All I saw was that four-legged creature. I didn't click on anything else, but basically all I know is that if that's Agent Zero, then we did see that Agent Zero in Chapter 30. But if it's not Agent Zero, oops. Oh, well. That's alright. I'll probably forget anyways. Okay, here we go. See it as the eye thing. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was in her chest. Yeah, okay. See it as her eye thing. It was in Selena's chest. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but the moment I met Cradle, she made her hostility crystal clear, both toward us and the humanoid hetero creatures at Vonnegut's side.
So Cradle Agent Zero. That's a big, bold word if you're gonna claim that. From another era. Oh, from another era. Okay. Okay. She's got a grudge against Chaos too.
Chaos? So that little humanoid hetero creature goes by that name?
A humanoid creature created due to Lithos and Vonnegut's plan with Voy Raven Commandant's data. It possesses about 80% of the Commandant's memory data. Okay. Lucia furrows her brow, her expression darkening.
How do you know her name? Wait, why didn't you tell me sooner?
Uh-oh. I have given up on being a voice actor. I am nobody for the end of time. Well, don't say that. Don't belittle yourself like that. You are somebody. I mean, if the voice acting didn't work out, then it's maybe you're set to do on a different path. That maybe do with voice acting, but like not in a way that you're thinking. But I mean, I would say just don't beat yourself too much over it. We all know what we are, what we're made of, and if we don't, then we learn from that. So I would say you're nobody. You're not nobody for the end of time. Don't say that. Don't belittle yourself like that. Don't disrespect yourself like that, because that's not right. But but I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. Sorry to hear that the voice acting's not working out, but like I said, don't belittle yourself like that. So, but welcome. All right, here we go.
How can you possibly tell her you learned everything?
How can you possibly tell her you learned everything about chaos through dreams? And how do you let her know that in those dreams you always end up taking the same path? It's a long story. I mean, I knew about it even before we went into the Inverhetero Tower, but I guess I never really had a moment to fill you in.
You mean before heading into the Inverhetero Tower? So, the reason you're helping Vonnegut is tied to all...
Whoa, we end up switching sides? Whoa! Hold on now.
So, the reason you're helping Vonnegut is tied to all of this, isn't it?
That's crazy. You live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's fucking insane. But I hope we end up double crossing him if this is the case.
Wait,
What? I'm helping him?
you really don't remember?
The whole thing is a bit fuzzy. I can only piece together a few random bits. We got into a fight with him and Cradle. He said some weird stuff, and next thing I know, we are here.
I was locked in a tense three-way standoff with Vonnegut and Cradle. The fight went on forever. It was only by matching Cradle's attack rhythm that we finally pushed Vonnegut to the brink. But then you showed up on the steps of the Inverhetero Tower, that humanoid hetero creature by your side, and you commanded me to join forces with Vonnegut. She sighs like she just can't wrap her head around this outcome.
Now hold your horses against our goat Vonnegut. It's not black and white. I mean, I wonder if Vonnegut is truly the hero then, who's just portrayed as the villain. Wait, me command you to help him?
Exactly. I was having a really rough time accepting it, but you really didn't offer any explanation. You just kept insisting I help Vonnegut take down Cradle.
I may not stay here any longer since it's pretty late for me here, but I'm glad it lasted. At least I'll spare me from the pain of reliving this again. As the old saying goes, what we see is not always what the world shows. True, true, true. Continue and you'll see. This just got me on a brain fuck at the moment. It's crazy. What?
Maybe you discovered another truth during that time, but you never got the chance to explain yourself. Still, you were clinging to that humanoid hetero creature's hand, as if you decided to go along with Vonnegut's plan, ready to accept becoming one with her.
Okay, I think how I should go about this chapter is a very, very open mind. Like, everything that's happening, I'm just gonna be like, okay, it happened. Moving on. Because it sounds like you said, what we see is not what the world is showing us. So I guess I should just go with an open mind, being like, all right, we do some fucked up shit. Okay, whatever. We see people die. Okay, whatever. Like, you almost gotta be cold. You gotta be cold about it. And I don't like being cold about it because that's not me. I hate being a cold person, but you almost had to go into this being like, all right, we gotta be fucking cold and be like, all right, whatever happens here, all right, it's cool. Does it fucking suck? Yeah, but we gotta move forward. Everything is being dumped on you at the same time, you will see. Okay. Take care, guys. Enjoy yourself, Poppin'. Hopefully I'll finish up the Yada floating record, then do Lucia's wedding story and pull her skin before the patch ends. Night, dudes. Yes, sir. We will see you around, Unknown. Good morning. Hope you have a good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be. Enjoy the night. Get some sleep. We will see you around. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on. So everything's being dumped on me at the same time while I'm also learning about everything. This is truly the PGR experience right now. So this is interesting. At this point, she anxiously pulls your hand closer, checking whether the spot where the hetero creature touched you was showing any signs of decay.
Why would you do that? What exactly happened?
This memory is especially hard to piece together, but it's not without leaves. It leaves beyond a profound sense of despair, like every terrible suspicion has been confirmed. Yeah, but the chapter will explain, don't worry, it just takes time to understand what's going on. Okay. Confirmed. I actually ran into chaos. The one from my dreams and saw those dream-like images in real life. Would I walk over just to confirm if they're real? It's deliberate? Okay. Oh, well, there's our daughter. While you were lost in these thoughts, a familiar figure darts by in the distance. Chaos? What? Follow her! Together with Lucia, you follow Chaos as you step onto the streets of Constellia. Okay, we're in Constellia. You're not sure why, but Vonnegut's final words surface in your mind once more. Okay, finally, I can voice Vonnegut. This is how I want to voice Vonnegut. It's time to draw out this feud to a close. So it's kind of like how Tron was, like it was like that, but now I'm able to do Vonnegut like this. So it's time to bring this drawn out feud to a close. For that agent, is this where the final battle will unfold? I like how Chaos was kind of like T-posing. That was fucking interesting. Also, we're probably gonna do this episode, and then that'll probably be it because I do have I have company at the house right now, and I do want to go see them because these are lifelong friends that came in. So I want to do this episode, and then that'll probably take us to the end of this stream. I would, as much as I would like to go 3 hours, you know, some stuff happened. I'm not going to talk about it because it's not my place to talk about it. But some stuff happened, and I know they're here, so I'm going to go spend time with them and be with them in this time of need. So I want to do this chapter, and then I'm going to go. That'll probably be it for a chapter, and then that'll be it. Also, someone followed. Who was it? Diharsky B. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Ironclad Nebula. A place where we must move forward no matter what. Thank you for following. If you want to see more of me, I am live Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays on here. So thank you. But don't worry, everybody. I am going to do streams. I am going to stream on Saturday. Don't shoot already. But we're going to do this episode, and this will be the end of it. Hopefully, it's on a good spot. So it's all good for me. It's already late here. So I was gonna say, yeah, I know it's late for you. I'm sure it's late for a lot of people. So we'll do this episode, and that'll be it for this first stream on chapter 31. Super excited to see what's gonna happen here. All right, here we go. Episode 3, Golden Time Court. You follow? Oh yeah, I think I already said that, but Chaos was basically almost T-posing, which was fucking wild. You follow Chaos's trail into the cramped alleyways of Constellia, only to find a soldierly figure standing in your way. He's got purple hair. Got a purple-haired kid in his grip, someone who seems oddly familiar. Lithos? Sorry? You little punk, I finally got you. Now tell me, where's the guy who took my instant noodles? Hands off her. Stop. Before you can reach for your weapon, Lucia moves and stands in squarely before him. Huh? Who's this girl in the wimp you're supposed to be? Lucia hasn't had to deal with such a low, blunt taunt in quite some time. Given what you know about her, if she's not saying anything, she's probably gauging how hard she needs to hit next. These folks obviously won't listen to reason, and there's a human among them who can't handle a real heavy strike, yet they're still in the way while she's going after Chaos. Are these two part of the rowdy bunch you employees as well? Oh boy, she's about to punch him. Oh, never mind, we're just going straight into it. Okay. Now, this is my first time using Lucia's new frame, so I don't know shit about this. We are not skipping the stage.
What's with that look? Was I wrong about you?
A gal dressed up like a peacock and a wimp looking all pale. Come on, entertain me with a song and a dance, will ya?
Wow!
You're not gonna tell me you can't because you start, right?
Not yet.
Fine.
Oh! Hey! Hey! Okay! I don't know anything about a moveset, but hey, that's cool.
You could take these 2 boxes of instant noodles.
Lucia,
Are you all right, Commandant?
I'm fine, but what about you? Do you need a deep mind connection? Lucia? What? I see.
No, I'm fine. Just thought I'd check on you.
Always thoughtful, but I'm okay. Is this the kid from just now? Where's the kid that... Wait, where's this kid from just now that looks like Lithos?
Lithos? Do you know my brother?
Now, I said this before, but I'm gonna say I have a feeling that Rosa is probably related to Lithos. Rosa, I think that's what it was. So, I think that's what it was. With Pyros, all you need to do is basic red. All you need to do is red orb, basic yellow attack, basic sting, ult, heavy attack, ult. You can see infinite. You can loop infinitely loop this combo as well at Pyro, which is insane. Oh, okay. Timmy boy, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're enjoying your time. I can't see who followed me because I'm stuck in this mode, but yeah, actually on the back end of the stream because I'm actually going to be ending after this episode because I got some family. Well, they're considered family. They're friends, but I got some family who came up from uptown, and I need to be for them. I need to be with them in this type of need. So I'm gonna do this episode, and they just came in. I'm gonna do this episode, and then that'll be it for the stream. But I will be streaming again Saturday, so don't you worry on that. So we're gonna see what happens. But anyhow, let's continue on with this chapter.
Is Lithos your brother?
Yes, have you seen him? It's
Fucking
been so
called
long
it!
since
I
we saw
called that
him.
shit! I fucking knew Rosa was fucking related to Lithos. I fucking knew that bitch the day one. I knew she had to be the sister. I'm like, no fucking way she can't be the sister. No can't way they be related. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I done said way back ago that she had to be related and Lithos had to be related to her. Boom, right in the fucking Modi. That's not Rosa? You're kidding me. That's not Rosa? That's Rose? Well, motherfucker. I done fucking gun goofed. Well, then what's Rosa? What is she? Like her cousin? Or their cousin? Has to be. They have the same color hair, same goddamn flower. What happened?
Lithos said Professor Trout was gone. He said he was coming to pick me up after bringing Professor Trout's memory data to Constellia. But he never showed up.
Who's this Professor Trout?
He's our adopter. We're both from an orphanage.
Did he pass away?
Yes. Lithos told me that Professor Trout had gone poof and his house had been sealed off when our adoption process was almost finalized. Lithos went to look for him and came back telling me that he'd passed.
Would the managers at the orphanage let you guys out?
Not in the past. But they kinda just stopped telling us what to do and Professor Trout said he was going to adopt us.
When did Lithos leave?
Wait, Lucia, wait. She is indeed related to Lithos, but... And she's going to become Rosa's mother down the road. You know what?
Rosa.
Wait, fuck!
Are you talking about the kid we saw around Asimov?
Asimov? That's how you say it? It's not Asimov, it's Asimov? Okay, so... I can't go back, fuck! Okay, so... So Rose is Rosa's mother? Because we don't know what happened to the mother. And we do know that Rosa ended up getting taken in by Vanessa's mom. Not yet, but she will be. Okay, so this is Rosa's mother, just, you know, before she became her mother. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, she and Ron are the ones that bring the data back for the Plume specialized frame, if my memory serves me correctly. She and Ron are the ones that bring the data back for Plume specialized frame. Okay.
So she's Anne?
Even if they're blood related, you're not to be the same. But take it easy and play nice with her, alright?
So Lithos, your brother went missing. Do you remember when that was?
When he went to go look for Professor Trout? So, about a month ago?
Any idea why Lithos was trying to help this Professor Trout?
Professor Trout was going to adopt us, and Lithos said he wanted to repay him for that. Professor Trout is gone though, and Lithos has to take care of the things Professor Trout didn't finish.
Did Professor Trout tell you what it is he needed you guys to do for him?
I think it's gotta do with memory data. Lithos told me that memory data is this thing that turns everything in the human brain into data and stores it somewhere else. Some people change their bodies using it.
Lithos told me that the memory data is this thing that turns everything into the human brain into data and stores it somewhere else. So kind of like the Tabula Akasha then. Also, this voice actress reminds me, she was in a different game or anime that I remember, but I can't put my finger on it. But I do recognize this voice.
I hope it's something that allows people to change their bodies, though. I really want to see Professor Trout alive again.
Smart Rose. Rare for kids your age to know memory data.
Yep. Lithos told me that Mom and Dad were researchers when they were still around. A lot of our family members are gifted when it comes to science. Lithos knows more than I do, though. Our father said Lithos would have been adopted a long time ago had his mother been a good mother, and that he hadn't been born disabled.
Really?
This talent. Is that what this Professor Trout is after?
Professor Trout was just trying to get us out of the orphanage so we could go to school properly.
Trout, memory data, and Lithos. All of this reminds me of someone in particular.
Who? Oh, Vonnegut?
How do you guys know this name? I thought he only told me and Lithos this name.
I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I think Carefree Dot called it out a long time ago that Vonnegut is this Kiggalor Trout, just a clone or a just him in a different body. He actually told me this name too.
We're all Professor Trout's friends then, since he told you guys this name.
Another question for you, Rose. Why did Lithos bring Trout's memory data all the way to Constellia?
I don't know, but I think he said it's because there's a secret base here?
Have you found it?
No, and Lithos isn't here either. And I can't get out of here.
Is there anyone else here?
Yes, most of the people are at the art gallery. There are also mercenaries who would come and take our things every now and then.
Let's head over to the art gallery, Commandant. That's where Chaos went missing too.
Right. Let's go. Oh, I'm so glad we're getting back to this again. Woohoo! God damn, she looked good. Okay. Can I talk to this guy? Can I fight you?
It's dangerous over there. Let's not go over there.
Getting into a conflict with these ordinary people isn't going to do us any good or get us any info. Let's take Rose back to the art gallery and look for Chaos after that.
Okay. Let's do that. But I gotta explore, goddammit.
Oh boy, this sure reminds me of whatchamacallit. Right, some professor came up with something that's even more powerful than the umbrella. And this thing's finally screwing the world over, yeah?
This is awesome. Now we don't need to worry about doing our jobs or losing our jobs. It would be great if we didn't need to worry about what we're having for dinner.
The world can rot for all I care. Ain't no way Gestalt has enough sweet offers to go around. Even if the disaster containment walls open up and let us out of here.
This is what we get for being in the entertainment industry. The guy at the top might be a huge fan of mechanical arts, but so far he's only found a handful of famous artists who meet his standards. Honestly, compared to those machines that give more bang for the buck, I ain't surprised about being replaced.
Okay.
Yo, man, what the hell is going on? I came here thinking that we're supposed to get the protesting employees to go home. How do we get stuck here in Constellia for days?
This isn't some sort
Is
of
that Kamui?
reality show, right? See those red butterflies and those blaster robots that have lost their minds? They make it seem like we're in a reality show taking place at a haunted gallery.
But people don't die in reality shows, right? I mean, you guys aren't gonna tell me I'm the only real person here and all these dead things are machines.
Hey, these two here. They're the trained staff you were talking about.
Holy, get away from me! I ain't done nothing. You're giving anyone a peace of mind. Take it to your higher-ups. We're just here to get you to go home because they're tired of your little protest here. We ain't here to fight you guys over instant noodles. If you ask me, though, I'd say they deserve what came their way. If they all had worked as hard as you guys did, ain't no way they'd have been fired, right?
Okay. Interesting. Zago. Well, when I feel more confident myself, I would try to get back into voice acting again. I was gonna say, you can't let yourself lose that. And another big thing is, you can't compare yourself either, because comparison is the thief of joy. I'm sure you've heard of it. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but that is a big one. You can't compare. You can't let your comparison of others be persuade or dissuade you like that, because they're voice acting. They're in a chapter that you're not in yet. Just like I'm in a chapter where I'm not in your chapter, or I'm not in their I'm not at that chapter yet for the professionals yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not there. And I'm also not comparing myself to it, because I also know that my voice is my voice and I like my voice. So the other thing too is just have fun with it. You know, that's all you can do. Is just have fun with it.
Those red butterflies. Cradle is likely to be around here. We might be putting ourselves at risk if we try to force our way through now, given how little we know about this place. Should we try to see if there's a way around?
Now that makes me wonder, because we did see that butterfly. We see those butterflies in the main story, so I wonder if this is not the actual timeline. I wonder if this is a story that we're reading that Cradle is kind of pushing us along to read, or pushing us along to see. Because I just noticed that when those butterflies came up, I'm like, wait a minute, we see those butterflies in the beginning, like in the screen, in the story screen. So I wonder. It makes me wonder. All right.
Corrupted. Watch out, Commandant.
Bop, 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 bop. Oh shit! Oh!
These butterflies. Cradle must be nearby.
Bop, bop, bop! Get out of here!
Let's watch out for her. She's not gonna leave us alone. Let's get Rose back to the art gallery to meet up with the people there.
I mean, you are seeing Rosa's mother as a child, so I guess that clears which area you're in. True. 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 Because it's like, I know we're not in our timeline. We're in like way back in the past right now, which is interesting that we're able to go back that far. Constellia is in full. Yeah, true. But I thought Constellia was wasn't built back then.
Chaos?
Oh, it's a daughter. What the hell? Wait, why is it telling us to go that way? Fuck that, I'm going over here.
She's gone. The
Nice.
facilities here have nothing to do with combat. There isn't even a whole lot of life-related equipment here. It's like an artist transcending the mundane. Both their body and soul exist solely for this Golden Time Core. I've only ever seen a commercial for this place when I was a kid. This is my first time actually coming here. It's got a very catchy song. And this is how the lyrics go. Let us sing aloud, harmonizing the melody of this glorious age. Let us move forward, sailing toward the vast edges of the starry seas.
I see.
I've always thought that it'd be wonderful if we could live together during this time. There's no way we can bring back the good old days, but we still stand a chance to make the future great. Let's go, Commandant.
Right. God damn, that was moving so fast that I couldn't fucking voice act it. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so now that I'm looking at it from a bigger picture, this can't be our timeline because one, Constellia is broken, so Constellia is built right now, so it's like we're not in the right timeline. And then on top of that, like you said, we're seeing Rosa's mother. So it's like we're in an alternate universe right now, and it's like we don't need to be in this alternate universe. No time to even read. I'm saying, like, we got no time. What the fuck? No. How the fuck do I... Oh, no, that's right. I can't even go that way. What the fuck? Oh, here we go.
Watch out for the red tide. Take Rosa higher.
I got you.
There's no end to dealing with these things. Cradle did this all the time in the hetero world.
Okay, well, it's good to know that she's done this before. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop.
Let's get out of here before they wear us down.
Oh, shit! What the fuck? In just 10 seconds after reaching the art gallery steps, a surge of red tide sweeps across the street.
Keep your distance. Getting too close to that red tide can get you infected. Infected?
This must be your first time seeing the red tide, isn't it, Rose?
Yeah.
She keeps her voice low as she cautiously peeks out from behind your clothes, looking at the streets outside the exhibit hall that's now flooded by the red tide. Her slight silhouette briefly reminds you of a child who brought you roses the other night.
The golden age is caught in the red tide now, too.
So this is the golden age? Ah! Okay, so we're in the golden age timeline. But that still doesn't. That still makes me wonder why the fuck and how the fuck was Constellia built when it wasn't even there in the begin with. It must be because of the Inver Hetero Tower.
There's no other explanation. There has to be some link to that tower here, letting the red tide flow into the golden age.
The catastrophe is only just starting. There are still many survivors, and the gear is in working order. There's still a chance to turn this around. Constellia was abandoned. Okay, so it was built, it was just abandoned.
If only we could get out of here and hand the Omega Files over to the Golden Age Science Council right this minute.
I recall trying something like this back in the Inverhedo Tower.
But we don't have the Omega Files. All we can do is warn people about what's coming. The second we open our mouths, they dismiss us. They dismiss us spreading rumors or acting out of line.
Okay, so we're out of the Inverhedo Tower. And we're in the Golden Age timeline. So we're kind of stuck right now in time.
Then they drag us off for examinations, leaving us nowhere to get out unscathed.
Lucia sighs, turning her gaze to the distance once more.
It's locked down here. First, we need to figure out how to get out, but there's something else bothering me. If we break the lockdown, does that mean we'll accidentally jumpstart the Red Tide in the Golden Age?
So about the Red Tide from the Golden Age, does it happen because of Vonnegut or Cradle? The moment Rose hears that name, she looks like she wants to speak up but ends up holding her tongue. Distant relatives to Vanessa. Okay, adopted and renamed On in Babylonia after separating from Lithos. She became Project Winter's undercover agent. Whoa, hold on. She became a Project Winter undercover agent along with her husband. After the project was exposed, she died as a result of Colonel's conspiracies. Okay.
From what we found out during our investigation, Vonnegut is still working on keeping Cradle in check without her catching on, so he's probably too preoccupied to stir up any other trouble.
Cradle.
Back when we first ran into the humanoid Hedo creature, she showed an unusually keen interest in human civilization. If the Red Tide can sweep away what's left of humanity's golden age before it's completely destroyed, she won't pass on that chance. Besides, Vonnegut is keeping a close eye on her too.
Okay, so it's kind of like a race against time then? On who can get to who can get to who, and who can get to where first. How in the world did she get tangled up with Agent Zero?
That part's still a mystery.
Why is Vonnegut so bent on sending us in the Golden Age Constellia?
Remember? He calls this place the Fog. Right before he shoves us out of the tower, he said, "Then enter the fog and behold the true threat humanity faces. It's time to bring out this drawn feud to a close."
Pretty much, yeah, okay. The fog? Lucia goes over every bit of the data on her terminal again, making sure nothing is overlooked.
Exactly. It's like the tower disappears without a trace, or maybe right now it hasn't shown up yet at all.
That's probably it.
When we were stuck in the Inverhedo Tower, we never managed to send our whole selves into another era. We can only pass along information. I never think we actually get out. I still don't know if this area counted as part of the tower's influence before it even showed up. And what's Vonnegut's reason for calling this place the Fog?
Could the fog be somewhere overheard or maybe underground?
Overhead or underground? Got it. I'll watch for anything odd in both places.
No point guessing here. Let's head into that art gallery and see what we can find. We already know some of the tower's secrets, and we've got a bit of intel in hand. Our top priority is definitely to get back in our own time. The people who have been hit hard by the Red Tide in the Hedro Zone are still counting on us for news. By the way, Rose, did you run into anyone else around here?
Darcy is likely back already, and her friends are already over in the gallery.
She shyly points toward the staircase.
We literally just went to grab some instant noodles in the vending machine, and that's when they nabbed us.
Let's meet with the folks here first and see if we can learn anything.
I will.
You stand behind Lucia, taking another look at the city. Right now, Constellia lingers in silence, caught in the twilight of the Golden Age. It shines like a celestial palace adrift to clouds, stunning and radiant, yet it also feels like the headstone of once great era, lonely and empty. Okay, so wow, that was a lot of information. So we're out of the Inverhedo Tower, but we're in the Golden Age area, which is where we not where we want to be. Yet here we are still. Constellia was built and was housing residents, but then got abandoned, which is what it is now. And then Cradle is fighting Vonnegut somewhere as we speak. And then on top of that, we're wanting to head into the art gallery. And on top of that, this is Cradle's little story that we're still in. So, interesting that we're still lost in time on how this is basically looking at, which is Commandant's first. So maybe this is our first loop, and then we'll see a second loop, and then maybe a third loop. But I don't know. This is just a game theory. So the tower is like a maze. Pretty much. This is making me head spin. But you know what? I'm loving every second of it. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it right there with that being said, though. Because it is going to be crazy. Pretty much imagine the maze runner, but the maze is the tower itself. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see now. Okay. I have seen the maze runner, so I do know what you're talking about. Huh. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for tonight. Like I said, my family is here, and I'm going to go see them and be with them in this time of need. And I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. This is only the beginning of Shaper's Ripples. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen, what is all going to be shown to us, what is all going to be revealed, and how it's all going to end. But I'm super excited to see what's going to happen with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get on out of here. We will be live again Saturday. Whether it's in the morning or not, maybe. We will see. To be determined. I will see you all Saturday. We will continue Chapter 31, Shaper's Ripples. Until then, I'm out. Peace!